Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, James Swinney, coming at you this Friday afternoon from the studio in Wall Street. And because it's an early day, because it's a Friday, and although it's gray outside, I'm in a good mood because we have a lot going on this weekend in terms of the sports world, but I'll get to that shortly because you know what time it is. It may not be 4 o'clock yet, the markets may not be closed yet, but it's time to end it right. That's right, it's an early happy hour here in New York City. Now it's Friday afternoon and U.S. stocks, they're trading sharply lower following a global decline in equities on concerns over Greece, new Chinese trading regulations, and also amid U.S. inflation and consumer reports. Now, major stock indices down this morning and afternoon following a sell-off in Chinese futures over news of coming government regulation to expand short selling and limit the over-the-counter margin trading. In other words, more regulation in Chinese markets. Meanwhile, Greek Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis meeting with IMF officials today as investors become increasingly nervous about the funding crisis in Greece. Also, stock futures holding lower this morning, but this as the consumer price index showed an increase of 0.2% in March. That was below expectations of 0.3%, while U.S. consumer sentiment rose more than expected in April. Now you team all of that with a volatile U.S. dollar, gold seeing gains, and crude oil prices continuing to hold steady, then you have yourself a session where for every 6 decliners, 1 advanced over at the New York Stock Exchange. A mostly down day. So let's now take a look to see how the markets are shaping up to not just close out the session, but the week as well. And on the corporate front, not much to say. If you want to check them out, go to the Market Movers report from earlier in the session. A lot of big companies talked about during that report. And we're going to end on this. It's a Friday, and it's a big weekend for sports in New York City. We have the Mets-Miami series kicking off. Well, kicked off yesterday with the Mets winning. The Islanders in the playoffs. The Rangers in the playoffs. The Brooklyn Nets in the playoffs. And tomorrow, the big game. You know what it is. Right there. CFC versus Man United. I expect Chelsea to win 17 to -3. Mark my words, that's going to happen. And for everybody, have yourself a great weekend. I'll see you guys all Monday morning. From ModernWallStreet.com, I'm James Swinney.